we can talk about heart disease in children. We can talk about cancer in children. And everybody is very compassionate about that. But what they don't realize is that addiction can be in children as well. And that this is being documented all over the world right now in very interesting ways because they're getting the multiple hits of gaming, being hooked on the internet and devices, and then porn. The evidence is becoming overwhelming about. There's a group of Canadian researchers who had attached AI, artificial intelligence syllogisms within a monitoring system of kids as they started gaming and what happened to them over a period of 6 months. And what they came up with is that gaming, in many ways, is a finely honed mechanism to change the brain into addictive functioning as coping. And that we are talking now every hour, 600 kids discover something on the internet sexual. And parenthetically, while I'm talking about addiction, the reality is that a lot of things happen to those 600 kids because of what they find on the internet. But we know pretty accurately about a third of them are going to have a lifelong problem. And that so 200 kids are going to have a problem, and you're going to have between the ages of 12 and 16. And then, but 85 of those kids are going to be under the age of 11. And so, and we can talk about that as the show goes on about what we're learning. But to say that, to think of addiction as a childhood disease, it's going to blow people's minds when that hits the skids here. I'm laying on the x-ray machine in the hospital. I have a shoulder. Somebody thinks I need to have a new one. Mm-hmm. So they were taking pictures of it. And in the hospital, that the community hospital here, I've done grand rounds. I know the docs. They know what I'm doing. We talk. Director of nursing walks in. And she says to me, I'm not here about your shoulder. I said, really? What are you here for? I've never met her before. I've heard of her. I don't know, but she's a great leader. And she says, well, most of the nurses are moms. And what we wanted you to know is we know what you're writing and how important it is. Because as moms, we are seeing what's happening. And the fact is they turned in their iPads at the end of the semester, and they were so filled with things that they couldn't in good conscience return to the kids. They had to either face buying new iPads or a tremendous expense to clean them. And who was going to pay for that? And the problem is they haven't resolved it. We are 5 weeks into the second semester, and all their curriculum are on that. After the pandemic, it's all on an iPad. And so the problem is our kids have nothing to do in school because they don't have the things that they've learned to work with. So what you're talking about is really important for people to realize is that is real and it's happening. And that it's basically what we found in our research in Alberta is Sex addiction and gaming has reduced the onset of addiction at least 3.5 decades.